got some funding from Youth Venture, but he also actually, they went out, and his mom said, this is great that you're doing this, but, you guys can't hang out on the front porch all the time. So if you actually raise some money, you can rent, the basement of the building. And I think it was like the basement and another floor. And so he said, all right, his friends thought he was crazy, but he told his friends, look, we need to raise $6,000 in 2 weeks to keep this going. And so he had his friends, like, they went door to door, they were talking to people on trains, they were really trying to get money, in whatever way possible. But they ended up, so they raised a bunch of money, but they found a donor who said, for every dollar you raise, I'll give you 3. So they ended up raising, I think, between $20,000 and $25,000 in 3 weeks. So, this group of, high school students, some high school dropouts, Divine, he didn't finish high school. So really, these young people who were not, necessarily on the right track, really having this transformative experience of going into their community and saying, like, look, this is what's going to keep us off the streets. And their community really said, okay, and they really got behind them. And now Divine has like a storefront space in Canarsie, and he runs several programs. One of them is a fashion design like internship with Polo, Ralph Lauren, and he's formed all these different partnerships with community organizations, corporations, all these places, and he's gotten a lot of recognition for it, and he's kind of one of our venturers who's been around. He started when he was 17, and he just turned 25 yesterday. It was his birthday. So, and we're still supporting him. For the past 7 years, he's been doing this, and we've been with there, and now we definitely use him to help us also. But we really believe in young people and the power of young people, and really want to support you in any way that we can. That's what I've got, these little handouts that have our email address and our website, and also in kind of like a small little thing here is my phone number. And so those are ways to get a hold of me. Our website has a lot of resources on it. It has our action plan is on the website. There is also, our website is kind of like MySpace. You go on, you fill out a profile. If you have an idea when you start your team, you fill out a profile for your team. You can connect with young people all around the world. So yeah, we're in 14 countries right now, growing every year. Ashoka has fellows in, I think, 70 countries and close to 2,000 fellows. Youth Ventures in 14 countries. We have, I think, about 1,300 venture teams around the world. And so we're national here. Our office is in Arlington, Virginia, but we have an office here. In New York, it's in Brooklyn. We're in Dumbo, so just one stop in Brooklyn, not too far. And do you guys have questions about?
I do. You spoke about Ashoka fellows. You said you guys are a subsidiary of Ashoka. Does this mean that Ashoka, like, do they support the youth-led entrepreneurship, or is it like mainly like adults, and then you guys are like the youth?
So Ashoka supports adult, and they have fellows that are 23 years old, but they're mostly, I think, they're older. They already start with something. When you become an Ashoka fellow, you have already started something. And Youth Venture is really for 12 to 20 is our group. So if you are over the age of 20, we do require that you have someone that's between the ages of 12 and 20 on your team. So someone that's a lead member or a core member of your team has to be between the ages of 12 and 20. And so, yes, so in the US, Ashoka and Youth Venture actually operate independently. As far as Youth Venture Inc. is one organization and Ashoka is another, but all over the world, everywhere else, we are one. Youth Venture operates under Ashoka, and it's so Youth Venture is an initiative of Ashoka outside of the U.S. Within the U.S., we are an Ashoka partner, but we were both founded by Bill Drayton. We were born out of the ideas of the Ashoka Fellows. That's been the relationship between Ashoka and Youth Venture.
So if you have people in your group that are over 20, where else can you get help with their ideas and stuff? Like
If you're all over 20?
Well, if you start off and everyone's about 20, and then I guess eventually people that are younger might join or whatever. But like if you're starting off and everyone's about 20, like do you guys still help or can you pull somebody else?
If you're starting off and if everyone's over 20, you can't find anyone to be on your team between the ages of 12 and 20. You can still get our newsletter. You can still be part of our website. You can still, have your idea. You can still connect with other young people. But as far as in terms of funding, we don't give the seed funding if you're all over 20. An organization that does work with social entrepreneurs, works with people that are in the beginning stages is called Echoing Green.
How do you spell it?
Echo and then ING, green.
But if it's one person who's under 20, you guys
Yeah.
Oh.
Or if one person is 20. Also, we've had a question that comes up, saying, I'm turning 21 next month. What happens? As long as you get in some part of your action plan, as long as you get in a draft of your action plan to us before the day that you turn 21, you will be eligible. So as long as we have that action plan in our hands before you turn 21, you are eligible.
I just wanted to mention, Cheryl Dorsey, the president of Echoing Green, we are trying to schedule her to appear here as well. So when she comes, you can ask her these questions, and I think that's exactly what most concerns students. There's a time limit there, and you want to make sure you can continue this after a certain
Yeah.
age.
Definitely. Yeah.
Where does Youth Venture receive its funding from?
We receive our funding from a variety of sources, mostly foundations. We just received a large grant from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. We also partner with corporations such as Staples,
Is there a
Starbucks.
list of the corporations that are involved with Youth Venture?
I
on the
think it's
website?
on the website.
Okay.
Yeah, I think our corporate sponsors are listed on our website. We don't have that many corporate sponsors right now, but like Ben and Jerry's is one of them. MTV is also another one. I think, do you guys have MTVU on campus? The channel MTVU.
I've
heard of
it,
but I have no
I think you guys are an MTVU school, so that's another opportunity. We've partnered with MTVU, and what that means is, in addition to what Youth Venture gives, up to $1,000 and the support, MTVU will also post you on the website, and there's some special opportunities for MTVU grant winners. So that's another opportunity. I think you can look on the website, but I think we've had an application come in from Lehman through MTVU before. So yeah.
She was talking earlier about police brutality, and you
Mhm.
also mentioned that you have the ballot ambulance.
Mhm.
I just have to think of an example that I heard today. I heard today that like last week there was an incident of a woman who had a heart attack at an airport, and she was believed to be a terrorist, and the
Mhm.
police dragged her into the room. You're aware of
Yes.
it?
Mhm.
Yeah. So like let's say someone heard that, for example, she heard
Mhm.
that and like she wants to start up a venture team
Mhm.
based on that idea. Like what would you suggest?
So basically, we would suggest we do a little brainstorming activity, kind of coming up with, what you like to do, your hobbies, things you're good at doing, and then seeing how you can connect those passions, those skills, to the issue that you want to do something about. So that's kind of our little brainstorm. We do a little brainstorm exercise around that.
we just speak out from public, we have a great sense of humor, right?
You can have some. Yeah.
That skill
Yes.
basically to
Yes.
get out there.
Definitely.
Well, I think that the idea is whatever your skill is, you know, whether it's art, comedy, making music, poetry, there's some way to connect that skill with a social issue. I mean, art for the public, speaking poetry to truth, using comedy to talk about race issues. I mean, this is all what politics is about. And using your skill, whatever it is, maybe you might care about children. There are ways to turn your passion into that